Anthropic said Mythos was too dangerous to release to the public, but yesterday they took that same model, they built safety classifiers on top, and they released it as Claude Fable 5. And it is actually pretty insane. Most people are going to waste this. They are just going to type in a basic prompt and then they're going to get a decent answer, and they are never going to realize what they are sitting on. And by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly what Fable can do and how to use it properly. So here is what you need to know. This is a new tier above Opus. It is available on Pro, Max, Team, and Enterprise plans, but on June 22nd, that ends. After that, it will cost double the cost of Opus. So why was it too dangerous? It's because the model was autonomously discovering and chaining zero-day exploits, compressing weeks of senior security engineering into just hours. Too dangerous for the public, so they locked it down, they packed it away. But now, what they released yesterday is that same model, but just with some guardrails. Anything touching cybersecurity, biology, or even chemistry all gets rerouted to Opus 4.8. Everything else runs on full Mythos power. So now, let's actually jump into it. Also, every prompt and the workflows that we are going to be using in today's video, it's all inside our free school community. The link is down in the description below. But right now, let's get into it, okay? So, there's something pretty important that we need to discuss. I'm going to be keeping this super short. So, on every senior engineer's benchmark, the same kind of test that companies use in real hiring loops, Fable scored 91 out of 100. Opus only scored 63. On the SWE Bench Verified real-world GitHub issues, Fable hits 95% versus the 88.6% that Opus hits. The pattern is the same across every benchmark. On easy tasks, the gap is small. On hard tasks, Fable pulls away dramatically. Stripe proved this in the real world. They pointed Fable at a 50 million line Ruby codebase and ran a full migration in a single day. Work that would have taken the team 2 months to complete. So those are just numbers. But now, let me show you what this actually looks like. So this is Fable's headline capability and where the gap over Opus is the most visible. Here is what I want you to pay attention to, okay? Especially in this demo. I'm not breaking a project into 10 steps and then simply just handing them over one by one. I'm giving Fable a single goal and then I'm getting out of the way, because this is the fundamental shift with this model. You stop managing every step and all you do is you start setting the destination. So I open up Claude Code, I set the model to Fable 5. Now before jumping into building, I told it, here's my idea, now ask me everything that you need to fully understand what I want before we start. And look at what it comes back with. It's not asking one clarification question, it is interrogating the idea like a senior engineer would. Everything from the visual style, the data structure, how the features should interact, what the user experience should feel like. It is doing the architecture work before a single line of code even gets written. So once it has asked all the questions that it needs to, it's giving me a summary of the type of app that I've described, and I think this looks pretty good, so I'll let it proceed, and I'll name my app Zobo, okay? So now I'm leaving the effort level to alter code, which is the highest level possible, and I'll just let it build my app on its own. Now, it's setting up the prerequisites and it's using multiple agents to build our app all on its own. And there, just take a look at what it came back with after just a few minutes. A fully working personal productivity app. There's a to-do list, there's that Kanban board, a full calendar, there's notes, a Pomodoro timer, stats, everything is integrated. Tasks from the to-do list show up on the calendar. The Pomodoro timer attaches 2 specific tasks, and all of this is working on the first run. There's no bugs, just one goal, and it's achieved in one prompt. But just keep in mind that the more complex your app is, the more time it will take to build. So this kind of single user app took 30 minutes and it's production ready. And this would normally take months to develop. Now, Here is Opus on the exact same prompt. What you get is pretty functional, it's decent, but just take a look at the difference in complexity, the depth of the integration between the features. These are not two models doing similar work at slightly different quality levels. They are operating in different categories. I pushed it even further, so I told it to build an interactive 3D world. And now just take a look at this. This is running in the browser. The lighting, the environment, the way that you can move through it. This is the kind of thing that would normally take a serious developer so much time, and yet Fable just produced it from a single goal. Just one prompt and all of it is working on the first run. Now, if the task is big enough that you would pay a senior engineer half a day to build it, use Fable. If it's a quick fix or routine build, then Opus is still excellent and it also comes at half the price. So match the model to the size of the problem. Now, for anyone that is building automations or running AI-powered pipelines, this is the demo that matters to you. I'm going to show you something that I built for my own YouTube workflow. So I have a content pipeline where ideas come in, they need to be researched, outlined, scripted, thumbnails need to be planned, descriptions need to be written, posts need to be drafted for socials, and there's a lot of moving pieces, and I used to manage every single one of them manually. So what I did was I set up a workflow where Fable runs through my pipeline autonomously, and it picks up the next task in the queue. It figures out what needs to happen, it does the work, it checks its own output against my standards, and then it simply just moves on to the next one. Everything is happening in a loop. There's no hand holding between any of the steps. It's literally making my life so much easier. Now, here's what I want you to notice about this. Just look at how little instruction I actually gave it. With Opus, you would literally need to write pages and paragraphs of system instructions to get reliable behavior across a session like this. You would need to describe every step of the pipeline, spell out the format for every deliverable, anticipate every edge case, and even the model would start drifting after enough steps. With Fable, I just give it a clear description of the pipeline and what good output looks like. And then that's basically it. And I mean, take a look at this. It's picking up the structure on its own. It understands what comes after what. It's adapting to the workflow without me having to ever micromanage every transition. Now, previous models literally needed you in every loop and every failure point. Fable handles recovery on its own, and you simply just set the goal, you start the loop, and then you just come back when the work is finished. Now, I do want to be straight with you on the limitations. If your work touches cybersecurity, biology, or chemistry, then your request quietly gets downgraded to Opus 4.8. Less than 5% of sessions, but you will notice if you are in those areas. Now, the token cost is real. Fable is twice the price of Opus. At high reasoning efforts, I can literally burn through your credits pretty fast, especially on the $20 Pro plan. Now, after June 22nd, it moves to usage credits only. So use this free window for your hardest problems, not the basic prompts that Opus handles pretty fine. Now, here is a simple framework, okay? Fable for your hardest problems, multi-hour autonomous sessions, complex builds, deep research. Then Opus for your daily work, the fast, reliable, half the price, handles the majority of what you do. Then you have Sonnet. Use that for volume, quick completion, bulk tasks, cost-sensitive work. The mistake that most people are going to make is defaulting to Fable for everything because it's free right now. Please do not do that. You will burn through your limits before you reach the tasks where Fable actually shows you what it can do. So keep this in mind. Use the right model for the right task. Anthropic built something too dangerous to release. They locked it down, but what they gave us is still the most capable model that the public has ever had access to. You have 12 days to use it at lower costs. Do not spend that window on basic prompts. Throw your hardest problems at it. Build the thing that you have been putting off. Set a goal, let it run, and just see what it comes back with. all the prompts, all the workflows, all the templates from today's video, all of it is inside our free school community. The link is down in the description below. Now, if this helped you understand what Fable actually is and how to get the most of it, then please do me a favor right now. Go over and hit that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button and also turn on those bell notifications so that you never miss another upload. Check out one of the videos popping up on the screen right now. Check out all the links in the description, and I will catch you on the next one.